What's going on, guys? Phil here from Custom Offsets TV on the YouTube with Junior.
Oh,
wow, nice. I like the way you just jumped in there.
Try.
So we got another episode of This or That. So we got Keaton behind the camera. He's going to read us the questions. We're going to answer them. You guys asked them. I think that's all I need to say. Keaton, let it rip.
Controversial one here to start. Electric F-150 or hybrid Tahoe?
We had a similar question a while back where we talked about the electric F-150.
Yeah, it was both you guys too.
Yeah, and I was surprised that you actually said yes to the electric F-150. So now we have hybrid Tahoe versus electric F-150. The hybrid Tahoe was like the 07 to 13 generation.
Like it's a real thing?
Yeah, I don't think they make. I don't think they make it anymore. It wasn't very popular. It kind of looked cool because from the factory it was like lower to the ground, and then they had additional valences for aerodynamics. So it like almost looked like a Tahoe with a body kit on it.
I literally didn't even know that was an actual thing.
Yeah, and then the towing capacity was only like 1,000 pounds less than the regular Tahoe, and you got better fuel economy with it. I only know this because one of the guys that I was on the ski team with had one, so he'd like pull his boat around with it and whatnot. Drove it to Florida, like all that kind of stuff. And then electric F-150 is, I don't think confirmed by Ford yet, but it's probably going to happen. Everybody's kind of leaning towards electric vehicles. But would I rather drive hybrid or all electric?
Well, are we asking hybrid or all electric, or are we asking hybrid all electric with the pickup truck versus the SUV thrown in there?
Oh, well.
So here's my thought process behind it, is if you're going with like an electric pickup or a hybrid SUV, I'd pick the hybrid SUV just because you're getting a pickup to like tow and do shit with. For just be electric, obviously we don't know the full specs on it to know what it is compared to like a V8 or anything like that, but I feel like just the SUV not being like a towing vehicle or a vehicle you're doing a lot of heavy shit with would be the better option. But I would also go full electric, I think, too, if it was just electric or hybrid, because electric's cool as fuck.
And I think like as customization goes, with the all electric F-150, you likely can still like put lift kits and everything on them, depending on how they set up the drive line. Like I don't know if they're gonna put the motors like at the wheels, or if they'll still have a central motor that uses a differential and whatnot. And then the hybrid Tahoe, the reason why I would pick the hybrid Tahoe is because if you get in a situation where you can't use the electric portion, you still have just your standard V8. Yeah. So you could always get gas and still make it somewhere, which as technology gets better and better with electric vehicles, you really, it's very similar to just finding a gas station where you can just plug it in, but you do have to wait longer. So I think I would go with the Tahoe. I don't know. You probably couldn't lift it though. You'd have to put like 24-inch stub ballers on it.
Call it a day.
Yeah, but it wouldn't take much to make it look cool.
Yeah.
Save money with ReadyLift SST or ball out on the full 9-inch lift?
Is the SST a 4-inch kit?
Depending on which vehicle you have, the SST kit is like anywhere from, I think, as low as 2.5 up to like 4 inches. It's basically like a giant leveling kit, so you don't have to cut your front cross member. So a lot of them use like a combination of an upper strut spacer and a bottom strut spacer. The 9-inch is just standard kit.
And price difference?
Well, the 9-inch kit's relatively expensive just because it's huge, there's a lot of material, and then the SST kits are a little bit more affordable because there's less components.
You're looking at like 500 compared to like 2 grand?
Somewhere around there, roughly. Again, it depends on the vehicle.
I'd go with the 9-inch, I feel like.
9 inches is so huge.
Right, but like the wheel and tire options are like endless, and you don't have to worry about like trimming so much.
That's true. I don't know, I guess it depends on the vehicle. Again, a lot of these are going to depend on the vehicle, but like they have a SST kit for the new Rams that are out, and I don't know, it looks really nice. You can still fit a lot on a Ram with just like a 4-inch because they have circular wheel wells. So I think I would go with an SST kit. It's a lot simpler to install too. Like if you're a driveway kind of guy,
that's fair.
And my garage doors aren't tall enough to fit anything too massive in. I don't know, I'd take an SST kit, save the money, spend it all on wheels and tires.
But 9 inches, bro.
That's what she said, bro.
2nd gen Tacoma or 3rd gen Tacoma?
Oh God, I don't even know their generations to them.
That's the 3rd gen. The thing with Tacomas is, like...
Is the 3rd gen the new ones?
You think it's been around forever, right? But they've only had 3 generations.
So the 3rd gen's the newest ones? Oh, I love the new ones. 3rd gen all day then. The 2nd gen are the...
That's what Willie has.
Yes. 3rd gen, 100,000%.
Same. The headlights on the 2nd are too...
Yeah, right.
Too big. The new ones just are, oh, surprising. The new ones look more modern.
Weird.
Strange.
Science.
SEMA build Ute or SEMA build El Camino?
El Camino.
What would you do to it? Would you lift it or lower?
I'd lift it.
Really?
Yep.
That's just like straight out of the trailer park, I feel
But
like.
it'd be done like so clean that it'd be like, I don't even know what I'm looking at anymore. You have to do it the right way, like not just like put a bunch of like metal underneath it to lift it.
Yeah, because everybody pretty much like buys like a K5 Blazer frame or whatever and slaps it underneath the El Camino.
But like you can't go too tall with the lift on it. It'd have to be like 3 inches.
Oh, see here I was picturing like 24 inches
No,
of
no,
lift
no, no, no,
and
no.
like 24 by 14s because you're junior and that's what you do. You'd probably squat it. I'm like picturing this rendering in my head.
You're like, oh no, oh
Not
no.
good, not good. Or a Ute. Well, we don't have Utes in the States, so it'd be quite difficult to
We don't have Utes
Get
in the
one.
States.
Was that British? The Ute is very popular in Australia, okay?
Oh, oops.
But you can get them with a V8 and they're fast and they're
Aren't there kits to
newer.
make whatever you own into a Ute? Like, isn't that a thing?
Like people have done it with a G8 and make it into
Yeah.
a Holden, and then if you really want to get bold with your Sawzall and cut the roof off and make yourself a little pick-em-up truck, you could do it. I don't know. I think I would do the Ute just because it's different, and it would actually probably get a lot of attention at SEMA because we don't have them here.
It's also true. But have you seen El Camino at SEMA either, though?
I don't think I have.
God.
Roush Nightmare or Celine F-150?
I don't know what a Rush Nightmare is, so Celine F-150.
You can't do what? This one's actually 600 plus horsepower, and it looks sweet. It's got like the Raptor style grill with the lights in it
Ooh.
and a hockey stripe,
I want that one.
and it's lower.
I picked that one.
I'm gonna pick that too than the Nightmare. It's pretty sweet. World's quickest production truck, 3.9 seconds to 0 to 60.
Holy shit.
I'll take that.
What is it, the 5.0 just beefed up?
It's got to be the 5.0 supercharged. Let's see, 5 liter, yep, and TVS R2650 supercharger.
Yep, I
And
want
of
that
course
one.
a tune.
Nightmare.
It's sweet. Oh, they got like graphics packages for it and stuff.
I was
just-
gonna buy
I
one
just
now.
found the
Thanks
new truck I'm
whoever
gonna
asked
buy.
this question.
Yeah, appreciate you bringing this to my attention. Oh, look, you can do like off-roady
no.
things too.
So Fuller loves his Raptors. He also loves fast trucks.
Mm-hmm.
He likes trucks that aren't super tall so you can function with them. And this is all of that.
Wow.
In 650 horsepower.
Sign me up. Ford, if you're watching this, I will take a press car. I will demo it for a year for you guys. Maybe 2 years, 3 years. I can just keep it at my house. Let me know what you think.
You're still trying to push that pitch?
Hey, if I get a free truck out of this,
Standard Superlift kit or spend the extra money for King Coilovers?
King Coilovers.
I mean, they are expensive, but they're worth it.
The ride quality is very nice on Kings,
And they look badass.
and they look badass.
That was probably Superlift partnering with King for like
That
all
was
their lift
probably
kits.
the super. I couldn't repeat. I was trying to just repeat everything you said, but I couldn't do it. I drove on a whole bunch of King-equipped vehicles when I was down in Louisiana at Superlift, and I'm impressed. We took a 19 Chev and just bombed it off-road, and honestly, it rode pretty good. And it was a not like an aggressive trail, but there were a lot of like ruts and divots and rocks, and it ate it up all pretty good. So I would spend the money and get the Kings.
Do it. Just do it.
Bonus round.
Bonus round.
Sell all your current vehicles to start fresh
No.
or keep current ones and not be able to buy any more.
Ever?
Ever.
Ugh. You and I both have way too many
Multiple,
vehicles.
Yeah. I would sell them all for the new Bronco that hasn't come out yet. It depends what you're buying, I guess. Like, do you have to sell them all and then that amount together is what you have to spend on a new one? Or like, do you sell them all and like you can buy a $180,000 vehicle?
I feel like I'm pretty set, like, with what I have.
You're trying to sell your vehicles though.
I know, but like, we've got the truck, we've got the daily, we've got the race car. Like, there's one of each.
Same.
But, do I want them forever? I already am like trying to sell most of my stuff and I don't know.
If anyone wants to buy a race car that doesn't run.
Yeah, if you want to buy a race car that needs some work with the transmission, let me know. I've got one. It runs really good though. I think
I'd sell them all to be able to upgrade just to know that I'm not stuck with them forever.
Yeah, I would also do the same thing. I'd have to sell them all. I just would get way too bored with always driving the things that I have.
Because like, I don't know, I feel like, what is it, 2 years is probably you too. 2 years is probably your average like per vehicle.
My average it was less than 1 year. I typically kept vehicles like anywhere from 8 to 10 months until I got the BMW. I've had that for 2 years, which is the longest I've ever owned a vehicle, ever.
Wow.
And then the race car, but it's broken. That's why.
You haven't driven it in 2 years.
I haven't driven it since 2017. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd have to sell them all to get a new one, just so you're not stuck with all of them, because like, it's fun to get something new.
And then later, can we sell the new one we buy?
Yeah, right, or are we stuck with that one forever?
I don't know. I'll sell them all. They're all for sale. Hit me up on Instagram. I can't show you my tag because that would be against company policy. But you can probably
Industries
find
does
me.
it though, so if you go to Fitment Industries and search alex.fi or mario.fi or gels.fi, find them.
Look at who he's following.
Search Parker Fuller under
Look
the
for my
followers.
name, but I won't tell you what it is.
It's definitely not at Parker Fuller.
See, I didn't tell you that.
I didn't tell him either, so it's definitely not. There might be an underscore in there. Maybe not. They'll figure it out. Or won't. This is going downhill real quick. That's all I got for you guys. If you guys have questions you need to ask for this or that, drop in the comments below. We go over all of your comments, go through them, pick the best ones, or the dumbest ones, or the most controversial ones, and then we answer them for you.
Yeah, and surprisingly this time there weren't any food-related questions, which is typically somebody throws in there some weird food question. So whatever you have,
Drop your food comments.
truck-related, food-related, anything, you can drop those in the comments below. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you get notified when the next one comes out, and you're gonna need to hit the little bell thingy too to turn that on. Also, if you haven't entered to win the giveaway, if you're watching this the minute it gets uploaded, that's what this shirt is. CustomAutos.com/giveaway, free wheels, free tires, free suspension, free lighting, free install, free rental car, and a free hotel.
Can I get in on that?
Nope, you work here. Peace.